Hello once again. We are halfway through our 40-day challenge. How are you all doing with your journey? After the week 2 carbohydrate challenge, we went through the week 3 protein challenge. Today we shall review what has transpired these past 7 days. On day 15, we reviewed protein's role and function in our body. We need protein for muscle, skin, hair, and other tissue-building processes and production of neurotransmitters, hormones, and immunoglobulins. Our body does not use protein as a source of energy. The body breaks down protein to make amino acids, but there are 9 amino acids that our body cannot make. Thus, we call them the essential amino acids. A common misconception is that we need to eat animal protein to get these essential amino acids. There are actually plant-based sources of the complete amino acid. These are soy, amaranth, and quinoa. When choosing animal-based protein, the Mediterranean diet recommends lean parts of beef and pork, like pork loin and tenderloin. And in terms of portion size, we recommend just 4 ounces per day, not per meal, which can be compared to the size of a deck of cards or the palm of your hands. Fish, egg, seafoods, nuts, beans are also good sources of protein. Eating 1/4 cup a day of legumes or 2 cups a week will earn you 1 Mediterranean diet score. Our challenge for day 15 was to stick to the 4-ounce portion size and choose the lean variety. Day 16 discusses the issues around eating animal-based protein and eating protein in general. Why are people embracing the whole food plant-based diet, opting to become a vegetarian of sorts? Some reasons are obvious. Meat comes with saturated fat, which can increase LDL cholesterol when consumed without measure. Some studies have shown a correlation between increased meat consumption, especially grilled ones, with cancer. Recently, environmentalists have questioned farming practices which contribute to the destruction of the ozone layer and global warming, as well as production of highly stressed, highly medicated, and highly adulterated and processed meat products. Meat consumption has also been associated with inflammation. Protein consumption in general can also be problematic for some, leading to intolerance or allergies. The most common allergens are milk, eggs, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, and soybeans. Gluten in particular is a protein found in wheat grains. It is composed of glutenin and gliadin. People with celiac disease cannot consume gluten. Some are gluten sensitive even when they don't have celiac disease. Can we score med diet points under whole grains even when consuming gluten-free products? Yes. Use gluten-free oats, corn-based products, teff, quinoa, brown rice, and other colored rice and such. Check out the different whole grains from last week and choose a favorite. Our protein challenge for day 16 was to eat 80% plant-based protein and 20% animal protein in a diet and to try being a vegetarian for 5 out of 7 days a week. Take note that there are different kinds of vegetarianism. Some still eat animal-based products, but at a lesser portion and proportion. For day 17, we reviewed the dietary recommendation for protein for a normal adult, and it really is not that much. 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight for a 50-kilogram female is just 40 grams. The reason why we only need 10 to 15% of protein in our total calories is because the body has no way of storing protein, unlike fats and carbohydrates. So for the body to get rid of excess protein, it has to make the kidney work harder to metabolize protein. And this can be taxing to the kidney, and for menopausal women can even lead to bone resorption and hypercalciuria. There's an increased chance for kidney stone formation and increase in uric acid, especially with predominant meat consumption. Some people also have a mistaken notion that increasing protein intake alone will build muscles. The body builds muscle through weight-bearing exercise, and that's when the body can use the extra protein in the diet. Without weight-bearing exercises, older people lose muscles, a condition called sarcopenia. The protein challenge for this day was to snack on plant-based sources of protein like roasted chickpeas, boiled peanuts, pistachio, almonds, edamame, and the like. On day 18, we calculated a breakfast that looked devoid of protein. When people hear the word protein, they often think of animal-based products. Protein is found in most foods, but it's the amount that varies. Check out this champorado recipe. This gives a whopping 28 grams of protein. For a 50-kilogram person, this already meets 70% of the daily requirement of 40 grams, and it's just breakfast. More often than not, a sedentary person is consuming way more protein than necessary. The challenge for this day is to prepare this champorado recipe and eat it for at least 3 days a week. For day 19, we hear the story of Barb, a 50-year-old woman who just had her menopause. She was concerned about sarcopenia and also wanted to age gracefully, so she did all things possible to stay fit and healthy. A friend offered some protein supplements for exercise, but because she was not a huge fan of supplements, she did her research. The position paper of the International Society of Sports Nutrition on Protein and Exercise was an eye-opener. She learned that exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, and other weight-bearing exercises will help prevent sarcopenia, coupled with adequate protein intake, especially after the exercise. With increasing demand for muscle repair and building from exercise, she would need to increase her protein requirement. For those who do heavy weight lifting and resistance training, the body can benefit from consuming protein at 3 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. Being a flexitarian, a vegetarian who consumes predominantly plant-based protein sources with some animal products, Barb decided to consume some fish, which is 17 to 19 grams of protein per 4 ounces, skinless chicken, 27 grams, whole pack of silken tofu for dessert, snacks, smoothie and dips, which gives 20 grams of protein, plant-based high-protein milk, legumes, and nuts for snacks, and eat some leucine-containing food with a target of 3 grams each meal. She also learned that sourdough bread has more of the short branched-chain amino acids like valine, leucine, and isoleucine that are important for building and maintaining muscle. Day 19 challenge was to add exercise into the equation. Day 20 discussed legumes which are high in protein and fiber, vitamin B complex, iron, copper, magnesium, manganese, zinc, and phosphorus, and how it may help control blood sugar and cholesterol levels, triglycerides, and even blood pressure due to potassium, magnesium, and fiber content. Soybean is a legume with many health benefits and is a high biologic source of protein. It can be eaten whole as a snack like steamed edamame, fermented like natto and miso, as a dessert or smoothie when using the silken variety, as a beverage like soy milk, and incorporated into any dish and meal as pan-fried, grilled, air-fried, baked, roasted, and sautéed. The protein challenge is to try cooking a plant-based protein source like lentil or tofu. Now let's get cooking. Tofu comes from soybeans, one of the plant-based proteins that provide a complete essential amino acids. This tofu is crisp tender and can be eaten as an appetizer, a side dish, a main entree served with rice and stir-fried vegetables, or as a topping to an Asian salad or miso soup. First, you need a block of extra firm tofu, pressed to remove the water and then cut into cubes. For the marinade, you need 4 tablespoons of either tamari, coconut aminos, or soy sauce, 1 tablespoon maple syrup or honey, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons minced ginger, half a teaspoon of red chili flakes, 4 tablespoons oil, and 1/4 cup cornstarch. You can add salt to taste. Mix the marinade ingredients and add the tofu. Marinate for at least 30 minutes. While the oven is preheating at 375 Fahrenheit, remove the tofu and dredge in cornstarch. Lay on a lined baking sheet. Roast for 25 to 35 minutes until golden brown and crispy. And enjoy! For more recipes, you can scan the QR code and join the Culinary Medicine Facebook group if you have not yet done so. I often post photos of my dishes and share with this community. I hope you can share your own creations as well. Thank you for your kind attention.